What's going on? YouTube, it's ya boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NBA High Five video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section down below to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel because once again, I love you. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me as always. Uh, I'm feeling good this morning, man. Some of those mornings you wake up in the morning, you're just like feeling extra fresh. Like I didn't even get a crazy amount of sleep last night. You know what I mean? My 9 month old son was kicking me in the back and shit, waking me up at 3 4 a.m. But I'm feeling refreshed, like I slept good last night. Um, and I'm ready to go on this slate, baby. Okay, so PrizePicks has a little promo thing going on, by the way, if you didn't know. Also, use code GREENLIGHT when you make your first deposit on PrizePicks. Get a free $100 match of up to $100. So if you deposit 100, you get a free 100. That'll be 200 on your boy. Um, but PrizePicks also has this promo going on right now where it's 12 days of Christmas, something like that. So if you make a entrance of, let me, so I can be 100%. So today, for day one, for the Merry Madness on PrizePicks, if you play $25, you get a free entry to win 100. If you play 100, you get a free entry to win 250. If you play 250, you get an free entry to win 500. And if you play a 500, you get a free entry to win 1,000. So take advantage of the PrizePicks deal going on right now. That's going to be fun. These next up till Christmas going to be very, very, very fun. And it's going to be fun regardless. But definitely going to be locking into some PrizePicks, wanting to sweep some DFS and PrizePicks tonight. So super excited to get into this. So let's go ahead and get straight into this high five. Not going to keep up too much of y'all's time. GreenlightDFS.com. Join the squad. You already know. This is the Greenlight Optimizer we are looking at right now. As the day goes on, we update it and all that good stuff, so you can know like who gets bumps with injury news and all that. As the day goes on, you can just refresh and see how that works out. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Starting off at point guard, we have Jimmy Butler out for Miami. That's going to put me on Kyle Lowry a good bit. I really like Kyle Lowry today at 6'5". He's in a fantastic spot here for point guards against OKC. Luka just dropped over 64. John Morant dropped over 66. Kyle Lowry's not either of those guys I just mentioned. But could Kyle Lowry realistically hit 40 tonight? Absolutely. I really like him here. I have him projected over 34, which is definitely over 5x, almost 6. I really like this spot for Kyle Lowry with Jimmy Butler out in a good spot against OKC. So I'm all over that one for sure. Let's go on the rest of the spots. Another guy who gets that bump with Jimmy Butler off the floor is going to be Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is a guy I'm interested in. I have him projected at almost 45, and he's 8'3". So even if you round him all the way up to 9K, I still have him at 5X already. You know what I mean? So this is a great spot here for Bam. I love this spot for him against OKC. Like I said, no Jimmy Butler. There's a good bit of usage to go around. We know Jimmy Butler is the main usage guy on Miami. Now, obviously, Tyler Herro is going to be a fantastic option, all that. Tyler Herro is just priced up, okay? And Bam Adebayo has 250 pluses in the last 3 games. So Bam's getting a little hot here, and it's a good matchup against OKC. So I really like Bam Adebayo down low, but you can easily switch if you like some other centers, which there are some center values, and we'll talk about them. If you like some other like centers and you want to go value as center, you can definitely spend up for Harrow if you'd like to go that route too. Harrow's got a 50 in him for sure. Like he could realistically hit 50 tonight as well. So any of those Miami guys for value is definitely a good way to go. Charles Bassey or Bassey. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce this dude's name, but this is the guy I'm going with as a nice little value early on so far. This is a good spot because Zach Collins was getting the start at center. Now he's doubtful. You already got Podol out. I think Bassey or Bassey, whatever, is going to get the start here. I'm not 100%. If he doesn't start, that definitely takes my love for him down because it kind of makes his minutes a little iffy. You're not sure what you're going to get there. But if he starts, kind of solidifies his minutes pretty good. So I like that. I think he is going to start. I think Charles will start at center. So at 4-1, I really, really love this dude as value today. As you can see, I have him projected almost 27 at 4-1. So he's amazing value for me. Bogdanovich, going right back to it. I put him in the last high five, and then he ended up being ruled out. He shouldn't be ruled out in this one. He should be playing in this game. You have DeJounte Murray out. You've got Trey Young questionable. You've got John Collins out. Like, this is a good spot for Bogdan once again at 5K. I'm going right back to the well for Bogdan and grabbing that value because he's still value. At 5K, I have him projected over 6x already. Just plain and simple, have him over 6x. And this is one of those guys, like I said, if he doesn't start, which most of the time he doesn't, he's still going to get that 30 plus minutes. So this is a guy not to worry too much about the minutes. He's still going to play his heavy minutes. And just make sure he's in. Because last time we played him, he ended up being ruled out later on in the day. So obviously, the most important thing after I get done with this high five is going to be paying attention to injury news. It's very important. Gary Trent is my next guy I want to go with. You got OG Anunoby out. That's going to be a bump to Gary Trent. At 5'7", good matchup against Sacramento. I really like this spot for him here. He grades out well for me today. I have him over 34. I mean, if you round him up to 6K, I almost have him at 6X. So this is almost 6x, if not 6x at 5.7. I'm not doing the math right now at this point. It could be 6x already projected, but Gary Trent seems like to be in a solid spot here. I think this game stays competitive. I think it's a close game, and with OG out, that's a good little usage tick for Gary Trent. Now, OG doesn't have the highest usage of all time or nothing, but Gary Trent's definitely going to get a little bump here with OG out. So I like Gary Trent a lot. The other guy I was considering right there, as you can see, who's really close by point per dollar, is PJ Washington. I was considering him as well. I also like Oubre from that game. I like some Charlotte guys against Detroit. Detroit's defense is bottom in the league almost in every category. PJ Washington sticks out to me at 5.5. He's a solid option as well that you can go with. That's good value. I have them both at 6 points, point per salary. Both are solid options. Isaiah Roby's popping for me. Let's go to this is all. So these are the best values so far. You got Nick Richards at 5.9, Darius Bazley at Bearman 3K if you want to take a sneaky shot there, because he can put up a lot of fantasy points in limited minutes. He's not going to play a ton of minutes, but he can definitely hit value in low minutes. We don't have a ton of value that's like, oh my god, that's it. Outside of maybe Charles, especially if he is announced starting at 4-1. Outside of him, Bogdanovich, I mean, we don't have a ton of like 3K range that's like, oh yeah, for sure. Isaiah Roby obviously will get a bump as well. That's why I have him up here at 3.3. He's a 6.1 point per salary. With Zach Collins out and Podol out, he's a guy that can put up a good amount of fantasy points in limited minutes as well. So depending on who starts, pay attention here. If Roby starts, he's locked. You know what I mean? If he's in the starting lineup, lock him as well at 3.3. That's just too cheap for a guy like Isaiah Roby. So, anyway, that's it, y'all. Kyle Lowry, Bogdan Bogdanovich, Bam Adebayo, Gary Trent, and Charles Bassey or Bassey, whatever his name is the high five going into the early look on this slate. As you know, as the day goes on, I'm researching all day. I'm going to be studying things, looking for things that I don't think anybody else is looking, just to get that slight edge. So I'll be on this all day. Injury news comes in later as well, so you need to pay attention to injury news. That's the most important part, y'all. All right, so pay attention to injury news. Hit up greenlightdfs.com, get that package. That way you get the optimals about 10-15 minutes before the lock. Boom, you can put it in and be ready to go. Pay attention just in case updates are needed as news comes out later on, like after locks and stuff. And just have the most optimal version you can possibly play. And that is what it is. So let's go right back to the top. Last night was a tough night. Man. It started out really, really hot, and then it just fizzled. But super excited about tonight, and super excited about PrizePicks, man. There's some big potential over on PrizePicks with this little Christmas giveaway type stuff going on that we got going on. So I'm really gonna lock in and get those picks right as well. Y'all have an amazing day, and I will holler at y'all later. Peace.